What is retail arbitrage? Retail arbitrage is a simple concept. First, you purchase a product from a local retail outlet, selling it at a low price, then sell that same product at a higher price, flipping it for a profit. You can sell items via marketplaces like Amazon, Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, eBay, Jet, Walmart, etc. Although there are many options available to retail arbitrage sellers, Amazon is one of the best places to sell for those just getting started with this business model. Amazon allows you to do something called FBA, Seller or Fulfilled by Amazon business models. Amazon FBA is an excellent program because it allows you to purchase products and send them directly to Amazon for fulfillment. This means no need to handle emails, calls, or customer returns. Although retail arbitrage may sound like it's the same as regular retailing, it's not. The main difference is that the seller buys their products from wholesale suppliers or manufacturers in regular retailing. However, sellers get their products or stock from other sellers or retailers in retail arbitrage. There are a few different aspects to consider if you're planning on taking up retail arbitrage, and we'll dive into each of them later. But first, let's take a look at how retail arbitrage works. How does retail arbitrage work? Retail arbitrage is a straightforward yet potentially lucrative concept, and it's one that businesses of all sizes can use regardless of the types of products they sell. Here's an example of how retail arbitrage works. Say you come across a sale at Target, where men's leather wallets are offered at a significantly discounted price of $5 when they usually go for a $30 selling price. This may be because the store is clearing old stock or seasonal discounts. If you can invest some cash into purchasing 20 units, you can sell them through an online marketplace for a couple of dollars less than the product's original retail price. Doing a little math here, wallet original cost, $30, wallet purchase price on clearance, $15. Listing price on Amazon, $28. Revenue from each unit, $28 minus $15 equals $3. Amazon FBA fee, 99 cents. Profit, after costs expenses, $12.01. Multiply by 20 units for a total profit of $240.20. And all this happens without you having to deal with wholesalers, suppliers, or manufacturers. This makes retail arbitrage an excellent opportunity for starting a successful Amazon business. This is the main difference between standard retailing and retail arbitrage. You are purchasing directly from the retail store, and while this can sometimes cut your profit margins, it's often a more straightforward process than trying to source products via suppliers. Because of this low cost of entry, retail arbitrage is the perfect way for most people to get started as sellers online. Here is another example of retail arbitrage at work. Say you purchase an item from one of your local retailers for $7 and the same product sells for $18.99 on Amazon. Whenever a customer buys your item, Amazon pays you roughly $13 after shipping costs and all the fees. This means you will have made a profit of $6 on your initial investment of $7. The best part about retail arbitrage is that there is no guesswork involved in profitability. The only thing you have to do is source the right products. There are many ways you can go about identifying profitable inventory. Still, many sellers use scanning apps like FBA Scan, Profit Bandit, and the Amazon Seller app, which allow them to scan the product's barcode to see precisely what a product is selling for and how much they will have to pay in fees. The scan tool provided by Amazon is entirely free, and it's pretty darn good. The best and most reliable sources of products are typically sales and the clearance racks of large stores like Target, Home Depot, and Walmart. When you use these free tools for Amazon retail arbitrage business, you can get goods offered at significant discounts compared to their normal retail price. These provide great potential for making high profits when selling them online. To be clear, Amazon retail arbitrage is different from many other Amazon-focused business models. Dropshipping involves sourcing products directly from other businesses and selling them now on Amazon. Online arbitrage involves sourcing products directly from online retailers without going to stores as you do in retail arbitrage. Private label. A private label is where you source products from others or make minor tweaks to products from others and brand them under your business as your products. Why does retail arbitrage still work? You may be wondering why retail arbitrage still works and why customers would even buy products sold at a higher price instead of simply going where they are sold the cheapest. The answer is simple: convenience and economics. First of all, the products aren't priced the same everywhere. The wallet you're buying for $15 in one city might cost $45, and while leather wallets may be shared or slow-moving in one area, they may be in very high demand in another place. This is something that Amazon sellers use to turn a profit. Secondly, there is the issue of convenience. As an Amazon seller, you will find many consumers willing to pay extra for convenience. For instance, some people will gladly pay a bit more to have products delivered to them to avoid going to the shop, searching for the item they need, and standing in long queues to purchase it. Third, supply and demand. One of the most straightforward rules of economics is supply and demand. With a low supply and a high demand, prices can skyrocket. For example, take the demand for toilet paper and hand sanitizer during the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020. People were marking up these products by 100% or more on Amazon and selling out without a problem because the supply wasn't available locally. There are many reasons why a large store like Target or Walmart has discounted products. For instance, they may be doing so to make room on their shelves for different products. And remember, brick-and-mortar retail stores have limited space where they can stock inventory, which means they need to stock that space with whichever products will earn them the highest revenue. This process is complicated and ever-changing, so it may happen that when a new shipment comes in, they simply need to cut ties with whichever product is not performing well, or one that doesn't have long-term potential, to make way for a hot new product. It may seem crazy to you and me, but these big box retailers don't mind taking a loss on these retail products if they can get something more profitable in its place. This is what creates an opportunity for experienced retail arbitrage sellers who are searching for clearance products. So while you may see it as the retail stores missing out on making more money, the clearance items or sale process allows them to increase their profits by focusing on something else and leaves you free to take advantage of that store's leftover profits when you buy those products to sell them in other places, like online marketplaces where space is not a limiting constraint. Retail arbitrage, pros and cons. As with most other business models, retail arbitrage has benefits and drawbacks. Before you decide whether or not this is how you want to sell on Amazon, check out the pros and cons of retail arbitrage. Retail arbitrage pros: low barrier to entry. Becoming a retail arbitrage seller typically has a lower threshold than most businesses. With this type of business, you can get started with as little as $100. This low cost of entry is one of the main benefits of retail arbitrage. Since you will not be buying products in large quantities directly from suppliers, you don't stand to lose much money if your product doesn't fly off the shelves. Short-term earnings. This business model presents an opportunity to make money very quickly. Since you're not trying to build a brand or create lasting relationships with suppliers, you can focus on rapidly making your first profit. For people just getting started selling on Amazon, this is one of the fastest ways to make a profit. Commerce Authority. When you conduct retail arbitrage in conjunction with Amazon, you benefit from working with one of the world's largest and most trusted retailers. As a third-party seller sourcing products from elsewhere and selling them on their platform, you give Amazon a cut of your earnings, making you a valuable revenue source for them. Because of this, they generally work hard to keep your business by offering you great benefits for using their platform. Private labeling gateway. Retail arbitrage is a great way to get into private labeling and using Amazon Seller Central. Many retail arbitrage sellers on Amazon gravitate towards using the platform's FBA services because of its ease of use and the many benefits of using a private label. They use Amazon's Seller Central dashboard, and once they get the hang of how the system works for selling on Amazon, they typically create their own brands selling under private labels. Using Seller Central is a stable and more scalable way to do business online. Retail arbitrage cons. Brand registry protection for retail stores. One major hurdle when using an online marketplace like Amazon is that a particular product sells as brand gated. Brand gating is when Amazon gives brands and private label sellers greater control over product listings. If you sell a brand-restricted product, you will have to ask permission to sell those products. Listing products without getting authorization may result in your account being flagged and taken down by Amazon as profitable items. These types of brand regulations make retail arbitrage a risky venture, and you must always ensure that the products you sell are not part of the platform's brand registry before listing them. Lower margins for retail arbitrage sellers. Since you don't have any ownership of your products, you have limitations placed on you which hampers your profit margins. For instance, if the products you want are top-rated, the retailers may place buy limits. This means that you might have to ask others to buy the stock for you to purchase more stock than they allow you to. This takes up more time and effort, but may also cost you money, as some people may ask for a cut. Increased risk. As retail arbitrage seller, when conducting retail arbitrage in Amazon business, you risk losing a large portion of your investment if your inventory is not good. For instance, it may turn out that some products you purchased were on sale because of certain defects or recall issues that you didn't know of. Often, larger retailers know when newer versions of products are coming out, so they put the older products on clearance to make way for the latest stock. Unsuspecting resellers may buy such products only to face a significant loss when the new versions hit the shelves. Low customer retention in retail arbitrage business. Since you're unlikely to find the same products on clearance again and again, you will have to sell all kinds of different things. In addition, you will likely get to meet new clients every time you change your inventory. In addition, all your products will bear other people's brands, which means that if they're great, those people get praise, not you. But if the products are of poor quality, it damages your seller rating on Amazon. Minimal investment and fewer risks make it easier to live with the fact that you may never have client attention when you have an Amazon business. Very difficult to scale business model. While this is a tested method for making a bit of cash on the side, and while it's possible to make big margins on any of the products you choose to sell, this sustainable business model isn't great as a long-term strategy if you want to build a scalable, sustainable business that you can sell for profit. With other business models like private labeling or creating your own brand, you can automate processes in various verticals. You also have full control over the way things function. However, with retail arbitrage, you must have a hands-on approach to have any control or consistency over the process. Gas costs and time spent sourcing products. For most people, this is one of the significant downsides of retail arbitrage on Amazon. You have to spend a lot of time and energy looking for incredible deals in your local retail stores and carefully providing space for storage, but this will cost storage fees. Also, you have to find resale opportunities quickly. Otherwise, you risk having to pay storage fees. Although retail arbitrage seems simple, this business model requires a lot of hard work to make it successful. But the good news is that for those willing to put in the time and effort, this can prove to be a highly lucrative source of income. What is the average retail arbitrage profit margin? Your profit margin with retail arbitrage will differ depending on how much you pay for the items you sell on Amazon and how much customers are willing to pay for them. Many retail arbitrage sellers use 10 to 30% as a strict benchmark. To help ensure your success as a beginner, it's a good idea to use the exact figure as a rule of thumb. Only source retail arbitrage products that you can get for 10 to 30% lower than their minimum cost. And there you have it, everything you need to know to help you get started in retail arbitrage. Thank you for joining me on this extended journey through retail arbitrage. If you found this exploration insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.